What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Mewsh channel. And today, Zach uploaded another video just a couple hours ago. I just woke up to this fun announcement. He's showing more cards from the Planetary collections, this time the Barrow box, it seems. I watched this once through, and I talked about the cards a little bit on Discord, and then here is going to be my little analysis. So, before we get started, I just want to say, um, as usual, make sure to check out the link to the Discord down below. Lots of cool people there. We play the game all the time. There's tournaments constantly happening, and tons of cool people to discuss the cards with. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the link down below. And there'll also be a link to a how to play video um and some other content creating homies. So if you're interested in getting to Chaos Galaxy, it's a very cool indie TCG that's lots of fun. So yeah, that's my little shill there. Okay, so let's just like get through this really quick. Let's get to the cards. He's talking a little bit about Barrow and its playstyle and what's in the box. And so here's the first card, Calmask. So Calmask, I think most people agree that this is not a good card. And like as soon as you like look at it, like it has resource and attachment removal, which is historically pretty bad, especially in this format. There's just like not a lot of resources or attachment cards that you want to remove. However, that being said, I think this is like a really interesting take on resource and attachment removal. Because there's like a lot of like weird expression you can do with this, right? Like it's generic, so you can play in any deck, and then you can lose 100 power, and then you have an 80, 250, and you killed an attachment card, which is cool. But the other thing is that like in Barrow, you have like so many more options because you can lose 100 and then switch and then lose another 100, and then you have like a 150, 180, or like you can go all the way and just like use 3 removals, and then you'll have like a really small creature. Or you can just remove one and have a 250, 80. Like there's lots of like different options that you have, so I like that amount of expression, even if the card isn't really that relevant in the current format. I'm not sure if it'll be relevant ever, but I like I like this take on resource removal. I think it's an interesting take, even if it's not super efficient, or not. It's not like super relevant right now. The next card is showing off the Chaos Beast. So this is Enochs of Barrow. This card is kind of insane for a couple of reasons. It's really good. It's honestly, I think it rivals Cerberam as the best Chaos Beast. I think Cerberam might still be a little bit better because it's a little bit more versatile. But this is just like so good. Um, Basically, how it works is that you can switch the power of health. Since it's a bear creature, you can switch its power and health, so it's 500 to 70. But then at the end of your turn, you can switch it back. So basically, at all times, this is a 500 creature, which is really good. That means you can kill anything. It basically forces removal from your opponent. Um, and then, like, on top of that, since it has two, and then that's like 5 points of burst damage potentially in some situations. Um, yeah, and then since that's 270 power, you could potentially attach Blaze Elixir to it and then swing for 10 points. So there's like lots of really strong things you can do with this, and then its revival ability is like kind of insane. Um, like it's Stalius's revival ability, but like a little bit. It's like a little more limited, but a little bit more. It's like more limited, but in the same time, like more versatile because you can bring back multiple creatures, but they have to total 7. So it's a little bit specific in that sense. But like there's so many strong targets for that. Like you can bring back harm, you can bring back dead and Adatrox, like he talks about in a second. Like there's just so like many things you can do with this card. So I think this card will be really good. I don't know if it's as good as Cerberam because Cerberam's a little bit more versatile. He gets a little bit more burst damage, and then he doesn't have quite high health, but 430 is just like basically nothing can attack over 430 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then he also can kill 2 things since he has 2 attacks. So I think Cerberam's still a little bit better. His free play effect isn't quite as good, I don't think, but Enochs is definitely like up there as contender for like the best Chaos Beast. And also the art is like really, really good. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's like up there for sure. Let's see what else there is in this video. Just talking about Enochs, how good it is. He's talking about how you can bring back harm, dead, attracts. Those are like really powerful revivals, I think. Um, Like dead Attract is like such a tough board to deal with. Here's Violet Nest. Okay, so I figured we would get some Boulder Dragon support since we got some Nano Ray support last reveal. And I think this one, like Boulder Dragons are pretty bad, but I think this one's pretty interesting. Being able to free play from deck seems pretty strong in formats that are not so slow. Like I think this could be better in a feature format. I think it definitely like if you are like interested in playing Boulder Dragons, this is definitely a card that you are hyped about. I don't think they're going to be like competitively viable because I think it's a lot of vanillas that aren't too great. But if you're a Boulder Dragon player, you're really happy about this probably. Uh, Free play from Galaxy is just like so. It's a really cool card for Boulder Dragons and kind of builds off their like evolutionary theme. So that's pretty dope. Yeah. You so if you play 2-star, you get a free play of 4-star, 4-star, 6-star. I think Boulder Dragon, big Boulder Dragons need like a pretty good combo for that reason. But yeah. This is the other one. So you can get a good stop. This is the Darkstone Beast. That's fine. So this card's also really interesting, and I love the artwork. I think it's there's something about it that's just like so cool. I like the like abstract like background of it. Where like he usually like puts like a pretty concrete pattern. This one's like a little bit more out there. Anyway, um, this card's very interesting. So it's a 100/100, but when you play it, I was kind of confused when I first read this. But when you play it, you attach a Barrow creature, a killed Barrow creature that has fewer stars than the Darkstone Beast, and Darkstone Beast gains power and health of that creature. So like if you attach dead to this, then you'd have like 420 health and like 150 power, I think, stuff like that. And then when this creature gets killed, you gain stars equal to whatever the attached creature was. Now I think this is potentially really good because you can play a 7-star and he gets a huge stat buff, and then once he gets killed, you gain 6 stars back. So like that could be really strong potentially. I'm just not sure like if there's like really good targets for this. Like I think in this video he shows Big Boulder Dragon as a target. I'm not sure if there's a better Barrow 6-star. Actually, let's just check. Let's just check. We can check. Chaos Galaxy Teacher. Like I don't know if there's any. Like, is this gonna show up on the recording? Yeah. Okay. Guys, you can watch me do some research here. So you go here. Also, shout out to the database. It's pretty cool. You can search cards through it. It's like go 6-star Barrow creatures. Like this is the only one, and like Big Boulder Dragon isn't exactly the best card. So I'm not sure if there's like a really great, like really good targets for this. And then your 5-stars are pretty limited too. So yeah, I don't know if this will see play right now, but it's definitely like it could be a really good card. Potentially. Like if you're running Boulder Dragons, then yeah, you could definitely play that. I'm just not sure about like in a generic Barrow deck if you have the cards that you want. Because I think the star gain is pretty good. Like if you attach dead to it, that's still like it's a huge creature for 3 stars, I guess. So yeah, it seems pretty good. It will only get better with time for sure. It's definitely a really interesting design and it's pretty cool. It almost gives me No Planet vibes, which is interesting. So yeah, excited to see how that card plays out. I'm not exactly sure about how it's gonna work out in the meta, but it seems pretty strong. I wouldn't be surprised if it got played. Okay, then there's Saber Flute. So it looks like Zach with this Barrow set, he wants to add like a burn angle to the planet. So he's adding cards like Saber Flute. So this kills an opposed creature, you gain 1 point. This one's pretty interesting. I think 260 health. You can flip this, and it's a 260 power, and it has lots of, and it can kill basically like a lot of relevant things. I think that like, not only does it support like a burn strategy, but I think also like more. This could like lead the way for like potentially a more Barrow aggro build. So yeah, I think this card is really cool. I do like it. I would not be surprised if it like ended up in like a decent like tier 2 deck, considering some of the other burn support we got. Because we got like Cataplank, obviously historically a burn card that exists. And we got Glasha, the Bearish Moon. Also love this art. I thought the arts for this like little reveal were actually really good all around. So this is one of the moon cards. He's been introducing a lot of these recently. And this one, if you have his own Barrow creature, you get 1 point. Pretty simple. The thing is, like, this stacks. So if you have like 2 Barrow moons, like as long as you have a Barrow creature on your planet every turn, that's like you win in 10 turns. I think this is like, I think burn cards like this are like, I have mixed feelings about this because obviously you want to have interactive games, and burn's not super interactive. But at the same time, I think burn decks like this force control decks and stall decks to they kind of like nerf control decks and stall decks, because now they have to worry about this, and then the stall decks and the control decks have to build for consistency to challenge the burn decks and like be more aggressive. So I think stuff like, it's good to introduce stuff like this into the game to keep control decks in check. Since aggro is not going to do it, burn decks can do a good job of doing it. So it's Glasha. I think it'll be pretty good. I'm not sure if it'll be meta. Burn right now is okay. It has like a good matchup against Sindel control and like Stall, but just struggles against like combo and tempo. So yeah, I'd like to see how this new burn deck plays out. It'll be interesting to see how that all ends up. And I think that is it for the reveals. Definitely a very good reveal. I'm excited to see these come out. I'm wondering, since he introduced the Palifalls archetype in the other video, I'm wondering if he's going to introduce a Barrow archetype in this box as well. I would not be surprised if he did. Oh, hey, it's Nat. Okay, we can close this, right? Here, I'll just skip it. See, that's kind of it. I think the reveals are pretty cool. I think they are a little bit probably more meta viable than the Palladium ones we saw last week. So yeah, that's about it for all my thoughts. I think these are pretty good. I think Barrow will play some of these, especially Darkstone. It has a lot of potential. Enochs is obviously very, very strong. And you know, Calmask isn't that good, but it's interesting at least. And then the burn cards like Saber Flute and Glasha, definitely going to see some play somewhere for sure, or at least some testing. I'm sure people will test those. And then the last card was the BD support, which is cool for BD players. I don't really care about Boulder Dragons all that much myself, but hopefully they're excited about that. So yeah, that's about it. Remember to like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'm still editing that other video. I swear I'm almost done. And then I have some other opening videos in the works and stuff like that. So, yeah, and if you want to see more Chaos Galaxy videos, obviously there's links to other channels down below. A link to the Discord if you want to talk to people about the cards, I'll be there. So if you want to play, I have like a battle video I might upload, although I had the gain on the mic device, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's about it. Peace out.